Okay, moving right along, you guys, we're getting into some uncharted territory because today we're doing our first segment of It's Fashion. Yes, a round of applause. I can hear you from the back row. It's Fashion. And on today's It's Fashion segment, we're going to be talking all about, you guys are gonna gag. Maybe not, because other people are talking about it too. And it's kind of late, especially because this is going up on Friday. Like, it's kind of late. But sorry, we're gonna be talking about the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Victoria's Secret fashion show. You know, the angels. The little Victoria's Secret angels that strut their stuff on the glitter stage and the glitz and the glam and the live music. Oh my god. Funny thing about this, actually, this is probably the first year I've ever like watched the show, like beginning to end, sat through all of it and like really analyzed it and experienced it. But I didn't realize how big of a deal the Victoria's Secret fashion show is for women. Like, I was talking to some of my girlfriends and they were like, no, this is like our Super Bowl. Like, this is like a big deal. And I felt so like guilty for not knowing that this was like a bigger deal to women. Like, apparently this is like a big deal. And I am so here for it. I'm so sorry to anyone that I may have disrespected in downplaying the relevance of this fashion show, but it is a big deal and it is for good reason. Now, this year's collection took place in New York City and was designed by Adam Selman. Now, one of the reasons that made this show such a big deal was because this was Adam Selman's first collection since being at Victoria's Secret. I think he moved there in 2024, but this is like his first like big debut project. And so everyone was kind of like excited to see like, oh, what's new, especially because allegedly there's been some complaints from the last few years. So yeah, Adam Selman making his debut with Victoria's Secret. Now, this collection was actually really, really great. Now, I mentioned that this was like the first one that I ever really like sat through and watched. However, it felt very pro women. And now I know that like that's the whole point of like the Victoria's Secret show is for women, but like for some reason I just like watched this show and I was just like I love women and I don't tell women that enough. Like, this is your sign to tell the women in your life how incredible they are and how much they mean to you, because this Victoria's Secret show, I was literally the whole time jaw on the floor like, oh my god, women are incredible. Like, this is so iconic. It was extremely forward thinking. It was very evident that everything was extremely intentional, and I just really admired that about the collection. They had models of all skin colors. They had models of all ages. Oh my god, it was so beautiful to watch. Like, there were some 40, 50-year-old models walking the runway this year and like kicking ass and looking incredible. And I don't know if they've done that in the past. I could be, this could be like a known thing that happens all the time, but I just thought it was so cool. They had all different races and they had every body shape and size that you could possibly think of. It was just on that runway, every single person was considered and everybody was represented to some extent. Oh my god, they opened the show with a pregnant woman. It was so breathtaking, iconic. And mind you, this was like my first Victoria's Secret show. And the very first model to walk down the runway is a pregnant goddess, like covered in gold and diamonds, just dripping from head to toe. Like, that is so iconic. Okay, so the runway show was divided into like several different chunks, and the opening segment was like everything you think of when you think of Victoria's Secret Angel. Like, it was so glamorous. The vibes for the first like chunk, the first little mini collection, was like metal, like goddess vibes, like Greek goddess vibes. There was lots of metals. There was lots of like chrome, like golds and silvers and copper and like all of these things. It was gorgeous, okay? And then Little Miss Madison Beer hits the stage. Are you kidding me? I forgot about her. Okay, that's rude. That's fucking rude, Bryce. Don't be rude. However, I haven't seen Madison Beer since Selfish came out, and I also think I may or may not be living under a rock with that one. So really excited to see her. Had no idea she was performing. And you guys, have I been like, who is keeping the secret of Little Miss Madison Beer? Like, she can sing, girl. Like, she was singing, and she looked fierce, okay? You know how I said that, like, everyone was represented in this year's runway show? Like, what I thought that he did, what that was really cool, was the way that they picked and chose specific runway models, and not just, like, stereotypical runway models. They hired athletes, okay? They hired influencers, they hired actresses. Like, it was insane. We got Quen Blackwell from social media, who's hilarious icon, has had such a big footprint on our generation of like TikTok, Instagram, all the things, YouTube, streaming. Like, she is an icon. And so watching her strut her stuff on the runway, whether or not I loved her look is completely irrelevant because she fucking slayed, you guys. Like, the fact that she can just be plucked out of influencer world and then dropped on a runway. Now, I know she obviously put hours and hours and hours of training into her walk. However, that's fierce. That's so fierce. And we got gymnast Suni Lee. Like, that's so cool. And we got that basketball player, Angel Reese. Like, you guys, to have a WNBA player walk the Victoria's Secret runway is so iconic and is just so important to women everywhere. Also, that makes so much sense because if you think about it, the two like job titles where women are like low-key required to be tall is runway and then basketball. Like, those are the two avenues. This actually makes so much sense. Why isn't the whole entirety of the WNBA walking the runway? Like, this, you guys, am I onto something with this? I'm going to start a modeling agency and only women who play basketball are allowed to be in my modeling agency because they have to be tall, because basketball players have to be tall. Like, it just makes sense. But yeah, Angel Reese, she kicked ass. She looked so good. She looked literally so good. She was wearing this baby pink outfit and she had like, it kind of reminded me of like the Sabrina Carpenter like mini dress silhouette where it's like there's not really a waist to it. There's like elastic right underneath her chest and then there's no like waist, but the bottom of like the dress is like above her hips and like above her waist. It's like I don't know what the technical term for this is, but it's like a top. It's like not a tube top. It's strapless. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But you know what I'm trying to say? It was like a little mini dress and it was gorgeous. It was so cute. Now, I do need to express some honest opinions because that is why we are here. However, the next segment after like the chrome goddess vibe was the pink, like the brand pink, because you know Victoria's Secret and pink are like owned by the same people, whatever. But for the pink section, they did like class of pink, like 2025 was like the vibe. So it was super like jock, cheer girl, 90s, just like varsity vibe. Varsity is the best way to describe it, I guess. And now I'm gonna be so honest, I didn't love the looks. Now, I also am not wearing this clothes. I'm also not shaming any of the women that were wearing these outfits because you would do it too for a check and they might have felt their oats. So you never know. However, the pink collection, I was a little bit like, I'm not impressed. A lot of it, I mean, it's all ready to wear stuff, so it's supposed to look off the rack, like it's supposed to be something that you see when you go into the pink store. However, I just didn't see anything that made me excited. I didn't really see anything that I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, one of my friends should buy that, you know what I mean? Which is like fine, which is like totally fine. Also, Gigi Hadid, I think it was, opened this segment of the show and she came in. This was actually really fierce. This was actually insane. She came in with like a cape, a sleeved cape of like roses, and bitch, it was huge. Okay, first of all, it had a train following her down the runway and it just looked like heavy. Like, you know, that bitch weighed so much. And to watch little Miss Gigi just like strut her stuff as if it's fucking weightless, like she had no right. Actually, that's a lie. She had every right. Honestly, it's Gigi Hadid, like whatever. Oh, another person we got to see that was like iconic. Now I'm gonna botch her name because I don't know how to say her last name, but Barbie Ferreira. How do you say the name Barbie Ferreira, the actress from Euphoria?
You'd say it like Barbie Ferreira. The Ferreira part is kind of like Ferreira with a rolled R.
Okay, I was right. I mean, I can't roll a R. Okay, I'm happy I was right. That's what I thought it was. You guys, that's what I said. That's literally what I said. Don't be mad. Don't come for me. Unless you want to. Ew, Bryce. Ew. Bryce, you're disgusting. You're sick. You're sick. You deserve jail time. Jail time. Oh my God. You know that girl? What's her name? But she's the one that, like, when people are like, I'm so and so and I brought the blah, blah, blah for like the potlucks. Is that what they're called? They're called potlucks, right? Yeah, I think when you like bring food to like a party so that not one person has to cook all the food. But she does the thing where she's like, death row, or like you get the keys to the city based on like what the people brought to the potluck. Like, she rates them, but like with prison sentences or like money or something. I don't know. She's iconic. I need to find her Instagram. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the runway. Oh, you know who else had an insane look? I don't remember her last name, but her first name's Anak. She did that photo shoot with, I think it was Allure. She did that photo shoot with Alex Consani for Allure, I think is what the brand is, like the iconic one. She had these wings. Her wings were absolutely fucking insane. I was so jealous of her. There was like 3 wings on each side and they were all like layered on top of each other, but they all like the top part of every wing had like these gaping massive pearls just like lining the wing, and it had like fringy little like yarn dangling down. Oh my God, you guys, you had to see it. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They were iconic. Now, also during the Pink segment, we had a performance from a K-pop girl group called Twice. Now, I'm unfamiliar with their music, but from what I saw, they were pretty good. I hate that they didn't get to wear wings, though. That would piss me off. If I was performing at the Victoria's, I mean, I guess Missy Elliott also performed and she didn't get wings, but I don't know. Carol G performed and she got wings, and Madison had wings on. So I don't know. But I guess there's also like 4 or 5 of them on stage. So whatever. But yeah, no, I thought their performance was pretty good. They're good dancers. However, speaking of the dancers, I was brutally offended by this. Okay, now this is my inner diva coming out right now. I guess my inner diva is never inner. It's my outer diva. It's just my diva. Okay. My diva dancer in me was offended by the outfits that their dancers were wearing. Like, they were wearing sweatpants. They were wearing pink sweatpants and black sports bras and like tennis shoes. Now I know it's like fashion show for Pink and Victoria's Secret, so obviously they should be wearing that. Yeah, okay. But the other dancers and all the other like segments of the show were wearing like sick ass outfits, like cool or like cute outfits from Victoria's Secret or something. Like, these poor dancers, I mean, I bet they were comfortable. I bet these little professionals have never been so comfortable at a better paid gig in their entire lives. However, as a viewer, I was a little sad that they were in sweatpants and a sports bra, but I don't have Adam Selman's phone number. Like, I can't text him. Sorry. Oh my God. Also, there was a chrome diaper. That was another thing that offended me. Okay. Like I said, this is my personal opinion. You're not allowed to get offended. I mean, you are actually. You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. However, I'm going to share it anyways. But one of the bottoms that a girl was wearing, it was like, the bottoms were shaped, I don't know how else to could not call it a diaper, but they were like bloomers, but they were like not shorts. They were like shaped like bikini bottoms, but like they were bloomers and they were chrome. I don't know. It really threw me off. I guess I could see how like maybe that vibe, I don't know. It's just weird to see, like, I know I've seen girls wear like bloomers as like shorts that are like mid thigh length, but to see like the bloomer shape on like an underwear cutout, I was just like, not for me. Okay, then after Class of Pink went, oh my God, you guys, I've also been sleeping on Carol G. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't know who she is, because of course I know who the fuck she is. She is an artist, but she is, you guys, she's the next Shakira. She's probably more famous than Shakira. Like, she is that girl. She is that girl. She was in a lace red like bodysuit vibe with red wing. Oh my God. And then she had this little like Latin skirt. Oh, you guys, she not only can she sing, not only is she an incredible fucking dancer, like, oh my God, they better paid her good, but she's also as close to a 10 as it gets. Like, she is stunning as a person with like very strong eyebrows. Like, eyebrows are so important to me, as you can tell. Even if I don't have a full like little glam moment on, I always have my eyebrows on. I never leave the house without my eyebrows. But her she has like strong eyebrows and they just look so like wild and free, but she also has like the sharpest like winged eyeliner. Like, I don't know, it's just so fierce. She was amazing. She performed during like the red section. See, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if every year Victoria's Secret has like a red group of outfits, but during the red one, oh my god, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid, you guys. I know it's Bella Hadid. I know to you listeners, you're like, okay, Bryce, you can't say like Bella Hadid is like fucking stunning and she looked so good because like we know it's Bella Hadid. I'm Bella Hadid. But you guys, I forget sometimes. Sometimes I forget that she's like literally the most paid model in the entire world for good reason. But oh my god, she looked so good. I loved her red outfit. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, you know who else was good? Alex Consani. Alex Consani's outfit, she looked fierce. She had, I loved the silhouettes they played with this year. During the red section, they really like focused on like the vintage 90s horror film vibe, I guess, was like what the promo shots looked like. But she was wearing these like red low-waisted pants that were like baggy but like didn't hang to the floor kind of vibe, like a very straight leg pant. And then she had the rhinestoned whale tail over her hips. You guys, I don't know why. I know that's like some people, some of the cool people are doing the whale tail trend, but you guys, this is the easiest, most sickest way to elevate your outfits. The whale tail, if you don't know what that is, it's when you take like your underwear straps and you see them like over your hips, like over your waistband. Like you can see the straps of your underwear like out of your pants. It is so sick. It is so high fashion. It is so beautiful. I think it is the coolest thing ever, and I don't think enough people did it when like Y2K was like back and at its peak. You guys were not doing that enough. But Mr. Adam Selman, To the Runway Please, like he put it on so many of the models during these collections, and I am obsessed with it. Like I am obsessed with it. And it just like you have those little like cutouts on your hips. Like it's so good. It's so good. So I was really excited to see that like over and over again on the runway. That made me so happy. But yeah, Alex Consani was wearing that and she looked so good. I'm so honored. I'm so honored, you guys. Like actually let's talk about this because obviously Alex Consani is a legend and her relevance is like more important now than it ever is, especially with like I don't even need to mention what's going on with trans rights. But I am so honored that like this is what our generation views as a supermodel. Like she's my age. She's 21 years old. She might be 22 now, but she is literally my age. And like she is a peer when it comes to like generation. And I'm so proud that like fellow 19 to 25-year-olds were like, Alex Consani, I get it. She needs to be a supermodel because you guys, I mean, not that we did it for her. She did it by herself. Let's not get it twisted. She's famous because of herself. And she's just so real. I mean, obviously she's a famous model for very good reason. However, I think that personally, the reason she is so well liked is because she never once fails to be herself. Never once fails to be herself. And I just can't applaud her enough because she is changing the game for our expectations of models because she proves that not only can she like serve cunt, serve face, and literally have some of the most iconic walks in history, but she's also fucking hilarious and is not afraid to get ugly on social media. And I think that that is just so iconic and so refreshing. And I am so honored to just like watch her career, like to see her do her thing, to see her work her magic is just the fact that we all get to sit back and watch and be like, yes, she represents me. We made the right person famous. I'm excited to see who else starts, you know, making waves in the modeling industry. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see who's next. I just love it. Yeah, I love you, Alex Consani. Not that you're listening, however, you're an icon and I appreciate you and I love seeing you work and I love just, I mean, I guess I feel like plenty of people are telling you how incredible you are, but you can add one more to the list. Oh, there was another outfit that I really, really loved. And this is just like wings that I really liked. They were like lotus flower petals. That's like so random, especially coming off of that Alex Consani like lure. But like, yeah, lotus flower petaled wings were a slay. Another thing I appreciated that they did this year, maybe they've done this before, but usually they only do like angel wings because they're like Victoria's Secret angels, obviously. But this year I saw a lot of like play on like butterfly wings, which I thought was really chic, really cute. Really chic, really cute. I saw multiple models walk the runway with like butterfly wings instead of like angel wings. Like I said, maybe that's a thing. Maybe they've done that before. But yeah, thought that was cool. Oh, and then there was one other look that I was like gagged at that I love so much. It was a blue look. You guys, I need to find out the names of all of these models and like so that I can tell you better which looks I liked. But she was in a blue like two-piece set. She had short, tight, curly, bouncy little like bobby hair. Like it was so good. And I just loved, not only was the garment she was wearing like gorgeous, but she just like worked it. Like she just looked like she was having fun. I wanted to be up there with her too. I mean, lots of people do. However, she made me want it bad. She made me want it bad. And then Gigi Hadid walked again. Both of the Hadid sisters walked at least twice, I think. But again, they put her in these wings that literally her arms are inside of. Because usually they're like a backpack, right? Usually they get their little like armholes and they just get to like wear it like a backpack and then walk the runway. No, they literally said, no, these wings are so fucking heavy and so massive that your whole ass arm needs to go inside of it to hold it up. Bitch, I know that was heavy. Gigi, I know that was heavy. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to share like two more that I really like. There was one that was a mask, like, you know, like a masquerade mask. Like those were the wings. I thought that was so fucking inventive, so fucking chic and cute. Like literally the wings were like a masquerade mask. Like that's so fierce. It's so cunt. And then literally right after her, some girl walked out with like tinsel wings. And like I said, maybe this has existed before, but I just thought that these tinsel wings were so cool and just like relevant, like so relevant. Cause you know how like the tinsel Christmas trees popped the fuck off. Before that, no one was talking about tinsel. Like nobody even like thinks about tinsel. But then those tinsel Christmas trees popped off. And so, you know what this man thought? Yeah, bitch, let me make some wings out of it and walk it down the runway. I mean, that's probably not where he got his inspiration. However, relevant. It's relevant. Okay. And then Missy Elliott performed. I thought it was okay. I mean, Missy Elliott is obviously an icon. I thought her dancers were really good. Yeah, I thought it was good. It was nothing, you know, I wasn't gagging, but was I impressed? Yeah. Can I do it? No. Well, depends on who you ask, but yeah. And then like the finale where they all walked. But yeah, overall, you guys, this is going to be a new reoccurring episode. I hope I do it next year. I promise. Actually, I'm not going to make promises that far in advance. However, I will try my absolute fucking hardest next year to do another episode on Victoria's Secret Runway Show. And I'll do better research next time so that like I can not lead you astray or whatever they say. But yeah, no, that was fun. I loved that I just got to like watch a runway show for my homework, and I'm going to do more of that. I know I missed Fashion Week. Oops. But I wasn't invited this year, bitch. This year, mark my words. Next year, I will be at Fashion Week in New York, London, Paris, and Milan. Bet your ass. And if I'm not walking, then I will be front row. Manifesting diva. I'll put it in my meditation tomorrow. But yeah. No, all in all, it was I think it was a step in the right direction, 100%, especially because the last few collections were criticized a lot. And like people are missing the nostalgia of some of the old Victoria's Secret stuff. Like I watched some guy on Instagram talk about how like they don't show us any of like the backstage footage anymore of like the drama of like the girls fighting or like them rushing to get on the runway. Like they don't show stuff like that anymore, but I don't know. You change your brands, you change your designers, you change the clothes, and just hope people like it. But yeah, no, I thought overall the show was out of 10. I definitely would have rated it like 8.5, like 8 out of 10. Like I thought it was stunning. I liked 80% of what walked down the runway. I liked 80% of the music. I feel like it's really safe to say. Maybe less, maybe 75%. I don't know. Iconic nonetheless. The models, babes, I know you get paid a lot, but you don't get paid enough. You guys are insane. I love you. I want to be you. I want to be you.